All right, good morning, everyone. Uh, it's another freezing morning here in North Texas. It's okay. I kind of like it actually. It's kind of a change from the warm or the rather hot and the warm weather, the hot and humid weather that we usually see here in Texas. But anyway, today I want to discuss the topic of productivity. Uh, I think a lot of us in our life at least one point in life, we face this dilemma, this question: how can I be more productive? How can I be a better person? Or any of these type of questions. So today, I'm gonna tackle the topic of how you can increase your productivity, or at least the tricks that have worked for me as a person in increasing my productivity. You see, the key for increased productivity is not, you do not need to be born a genius. The only genius you will need here is the genius of being patient and persistent. But other than that, you can use this productivity to increase your skills accordingly so you can be better at what you do by doing it every day. But you cannot get better at what you do if you don't do it in the first place. So that's where productivity comes to play. Being productive means you are able to produce, and to be able to produce, you need to be able to focus on the task. So the key here is focus. The thing that a lot of people don't realize, especially with, I'm pretty sure you heard this thing from somewhere else, but with the advent of technology and entertainment in the last century, it just became like much more difficult to focus. But I would say this: it's not more difficult to focus, but you have less of an incentive to focus. And by not focusing, the way how focus works is that it is a muscle that needs to be trained. You need to constantly train a muscle for it to keep on growing or to prevent it from deteriorating the other way around. So if you don't practice how to focus at least once a day, that skill will deteriorate on its own, because that's the key components that will help you to be more productive. And the way how it's going to help you to be more productive is that it's going to give you that laser focus, but it's going to give you that incentive to keep on doing what you're currently doing it without really feeling bored. Because I think a lot of people, when they come to handling their daily jobs or their daily task or whatever skill they want to hone, or like whatever skill they try to sharpen so that they can get better at the current task, they're not able to do so. And the main factor that prevents them to do so is that they are not able to focus. Uh, Also, focus on its own is like a limited resource. An individual can provide so much focus during the day, and that depends on how much stamina he has when it comes to focusing. And when I talk about focusing, I'm talking about really focusing. Uh, I don't know if you have experienced this before, but so many times in my life, when I get to do a task and I focus on it, I don't need headgears, or I don't need a sign to tell other people, don't bother me, I'm focused. I just like zone out. You just zone out, like your whole mind and body. It's like get transported into a different dimension. So once you're focused, you only have the task in your mind. It's like you live within a different universe, within your own mind, within your own body. That is almost completely secluded from the entire world. But for you to reach that kind of state, you need to know how to reach it. You need to learn how to reach it. You need to train yourself on how to reach it. So as I said, like focus on its own is a limited resource that you can supply during the day. Uh, for you to be able to increase that supply, it's like when someone runs for a marathon or trains for a marathon. A person can only run so much during the day, but for you to be able to run more, you need to train more. So every day when you try to focus, try to push the boundary. Just start by trying to get yourself in a secluded area. Try to isolate yourself through headphones, through whatever means you can you can acquire, you can take advantage of, so you can seclude yourself from the outside environment, and just try to focus on it. Train yourself. Like every time you do your task, just focus on the current task. But one thing that happens a lot of times is daydreaming. So what do you do when you're daydreaming? A lot of people say like, "Oh my God, I cannot focus because I keep daydreaming." It's okay. If you happen to have your thoughts go somewhere else, what I usually do, I always have a notebook. I just like write a bunch of stuff in it, like during the entire day. I might be out of work and I start dawdling or writing, doodling, that's the word, doodling, or writing some stuff, or like start brainstorming for one of these videos. Uh, let your mind wander. Do not stop it. Do not stop it. Let your mind wander. And sometimes, I know, a lot of times, that's how like great ideas come by when you start thinking about new projects or new ventures you'd like to get into. So if you start daydreaming, just let it happen, but be mindful of it at the same time. And also, when it comes to focusing, focus as if your life depends on it. Just practice that muscle. Keep on practicing. Keep on doing it again and again and again and again. And before you know it, you'll be able to focus for a long period of time. I mean, when I'm talking about focus, I'm talking about real hard focus. Whatever you're doing at the moment, you just do it. You just do it. But anyway, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I hope this video will be helpful. Have a great day.